Howdy everyone, it's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this October 23rd. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. God bless you all. Card in the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. I sure do appreciate it. So yesterday we went back to following Peter and what he was up to at this time while Saul was going back to Jerusalem and doing all he was doing there. Saw Peter heal a paralyzed man and bring a woman back from death. We're going to continue to follow Peter today, and we're going to read a very important story, and this is a turning point. This is probably the turning point for Christianity in this. Let's go to Acts 10 and start in verse 1. In the city of Caesarea, there was a man named Cornelius, a Roman army officer in what was called the Italian unit. He was a religious man. He and all the others who lived in his house were worshippers of the true God. He gave much of his money to help the poor people and always prayed to God. One afternoon about 3 o'clock, Cornelius had a vision. He clearly saw an angel from God coming to him and saying, "Cornelius!" Staring at the angel and feeling afraid, Cornelius said, "What do you want, sir?" The angel said to him, "God has heard your prayers and has seen your gifts to the poor. He remembers you and all you have done. Send some men now to the city of Joppa to get a man named Simon, who is also called Peter. He is staying with someone also named Simon, a leather worker who has a house beside the sea." The angel who spoke to Cornelius left. Then Cornelius called two of his servants and a soldier. The soldier was a religious man, one of his close helpers. Cornelius explained everything to these three men and sent them to Joppa. The next day they were coming near Joppa about noon when Peter was going up to the roof to pray. He was hungry and wanted to eat. But while they were preparing the food for Peter to eat, he had a vision. He saw something coming down through the open sky. It looked like a big sheet being lowered to the ground by its four corners. In it were all kinds of animals, reptiles, and birds. Then a voice said to him, "Get up, Peter. Kill anything here and eat it." But Peter said, "I can't do that, Lord. I have never eaten anything that is not pure or fit to be used for food." But the voice said to him again, "God has made these things pure. Don't say they are unfit to eat." This happened 3 times. Then the whole thing was taken back up into heaven. Peter wondered what this vision meant. The men Cornelius sent had found Simon's house. They were standing at the door. They asked, "Is Simon Peter here?" While Peter was still thinking about the vision, the Spirit said to him, "Listen, 3 men are looking for you. Get up and go downstairs. Go with these men without wondering if it's all right, because I sent them." So Peter went downstairs and said to them, "I think I'm the man you are looking for. Why did you come here?" The men said, "A holy angel told Cornelius to invite you to his house. He is an army officer. He is a good man, one who worships God, and all the Jewish people respect him. The angel told him to invite you to his house so that he can listen to what you have to say." Peter asked the men to come in and stay for the night. The next day, Peter got ready and went away with the 3 men. Some of the believers from Joppa went with him. All right, so first off, we meet Cornelius, and Cornelius is very unique, okay, among all the people we've read. Cornelius is a Roman army officer, okay? So he's a Gentile, first off. He's also, an officer, so he's, probably a fairly high-ranking soldier in the Roman army. He's probably very well off, fairly wealthy, has a family, has, probably a nice house, everything. And he worships the true God. He worships the God of Israel, which was probably completely unheard of at this time. Because remember, Rome, they had respect for um, ancient religions. They respected the ancient religions, the ones that came before they were established. They didn't have a problem with that. But they had their own, obviously religious beliefs that system there. They had, a more polytheistic system, and probably one where they regarded Caesar as someone sent from the gods, right? But here we see Cornelius is one who doesn't follow that way, but he follows the way of God, the true God, the God of Israel, okay? Now, he doesn't know anything about Jesus. He may have heard some stuff about Jesus, but he doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know anything about the good news yet. And that's why the angel comes to him and says, "Send for Simon Peter. Bring him here to you." Right? And of course he does. He sends some men. And then we go back to Peter. Peter's still in Joppa at this time, staying with Simon the leather worker. And he goes up to pray. He's waiting for breakfast or lunch, whatever it is. And he's tumbling, he's rumbling, and it's like, oh man, I can't wait to eat. So he's going there to pray. And then he gets a vision of this sheet coming down from heaven. And in this sheet, there's all kinds of animals, reptiles and birds. You got probably pigs and cows and all, everything you could think of. And a voice says, the Lord says, "Get up, kill anything here, and eat it." Okay? Now, Peter, being a Jew, he gave the natural reaction, the natural answer that any Jew at this time would. Said, "I can't do that. It's against the law. It's against the law of Moses. I can't eat anything. I would never eat anything that is unclean or not pure or not fit to be used." But the voice rebukes him and says, "God has made these things pure. Don't say they are unfit to eat." And that message is reiterated 3 times before it goes away. And then he gets the urging from the Spirit to go with the men that are there. He learns about Cornelius, and he's planning to go with them. And the next day, they go down the road. So let's go back to that vision real quick. So what is this vision trying to tell us? What is God trying to tell Peter with this vision? Is he trying to tell him that it's okay to go against the law of Moses and eat stuff that has traditionally been considered unclean or impure? Yes, in a sense, he is. That is true. We do not have to be beholden to the law of Moses today. But that was not the point God was trying to make here. The point God was trying to make is that whatever God makes is good. God made everything. Remember? He created everything. He created us. He created you. He created me. And so, whatever God makes is good. Doesn't matter whether we're Jew or Gentile. Everyone is God's creation. And there is no argument about that. So if God says to go and do something that is against, our traditions or against our way of thinking, there's no debate. God is in the right every time. And we're going to see that in action tomorrow as we continue this story with Cornelius. But that's all for today. We'll pick it up there tomorrow. Thanks again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow.